is in this episode, you should be able to find some help, some useful information, especially around money and finances. So I'm going to give this as an intro to this season. We're going to be looking at things like bank accounts. So if you're new to finances, if you're a teenager, you're coming into banking, what type of bank accounts out there will help you, credit cards, the types of finances, mortgages, borrowing, all these things, and how they affect business owners. We're going to always link this back to working for ourselves. Again, I'm going to be giving you this information from my perspective as I'm going through the journey. So it's not really financial advice, but it will be something useful that you can understand the types of roadblocks and things that will come in the way for you and how I overcame mine. As well as borrowing money as a limited company. If you're private, you've got a small self-employed business, how that would work, record keeping, different ways of making sure that you can keep records for your tax returns at the end of the year. So when I was self-employed, as in an individual, I used an Excel spreadsheet. So further on in this episode, or in this season, maybe I'll do a dedicated episode showing you that spreadsheet and let you download it so you can use it. So it's like a free resource. As well as, is there any good financial apps that can help us? Spreadsheets and tracking. And this season is going to be a big, I'm hoping about 30 episodes. So right now we're at the start of this episode and I want to just introduce you to the next season coming on. And this will be a nice option for you. We've had a couple of months since the last episode for season 13. So season 14 is going to be making it interesting by keeping all the stories that I've got from experience in terms of opening a bank account and especially focusing towards people in the UK. So I think that'll be an important option. Some of these will apply to other countries like New Zealand, Australia, maybe America if you have a similar finance system. So hopefully this will help in terms of breaking that down. So that's an overview. Today's topic, we're going to basically go on to the first episode and talk about the finances, foundations, the basic explanation. So I'm going to explain what I think it is. So having worked for a number of different areas of finance, worked for myself, worked for companies, it's always been very important to keep an eye on money. What are you spending your money on? Number one. That's very important. This is personally, even if you're a business, this is something to have high on your list. What are you spending your money on? It's simple as looking at things you're buying, finding out how much you're paying for them, what value they bring to you. That's very important. If you get that sorted out, the rest of this is going to be a piece of cake. Because if you're spending money on things that you don't need, you don't want, then there is going to be room to improve the level of money you've got disposable for other things that you maybe want to do. So this will help you because if you have money and you're spending it, for example, I pay for Amazon Prime. I don't like to pay for Amazon Prime, but I pay for Amazon Prime. Why do I pay for Amazon Prime? You get a number of benefits. They have increased their price recently. So they've gone up to $8.99 now. They used to be $7.99. You get Amazon Prime. It's supposed to be next day delivery. Do you get next day delivery? So that next day delivery has been changed. You get 2 days now. So Amazon Prime used to be like, you know what, you're getting the item next day, sometimes the same day, but now it's the next day, even though you're paying for Amazon Prime, which has increased in price. And you get additional benefits like Amazon Prime TV, which is like a Netflix type of situation. A lot of films are available there. Do I need to have that? Not really. Should I have it? Maybe. But what's the main benefit of it? The main benefit of it is I'm able to get delivery of items quicker than normal. However, there is a big catch on this. I'm contemplating stopping Prime because they've changed to 2 days. They're charging you more money. And when on Amazon, if you're not logged in your Prime account, you would sometimes see an item is at a lower price. They actually build into their pricing the higher amount. So for example, if I bought this mouse and I was logged in Amazon, it would say to me, oh, it's $22.99, free Amazon Prime delivery. If I log out of Amazon and go in as a normal guest, it might be $19.99, and £2 delivery. So it's like all they do is combine the two things together and make it appear like you're getting a deal because you're a Prime member. So in theory, you're paying £9 for something that is not really relevant. So this ties into money, because you'll notice what I'm doing here. I'm questioning a service that I've got, looking at the benefits. Is it any good? Should I have it? Do I put it as an option, as a maybe pile? So in your mind, you can have a keeping pile that you definitely need. It's a core service. You can have a second pile, which is like, if I want to save more money, I can get rid of this pile. So I'll put Amazon Prime in that. It's not an essential package, and especially with all the changes. In addition to that, if you got Netflix, or you're paying for Deliveroo and all sorts of additional add-ons, there's all these little caveats in terms of money. As a business, if you're self-employed, you may have an option there to put this on your business expense if it's a business category. So even then, you can probably save some money. So being a business expense, you can look at additional areas to save money in and make sure that they're working for you. So if you're looking at your money situation, you're thinking, you know what, I want to save some extra money. Have I got the right options? Number one. Number two, where can I get better deals from? So what is something that can be a big impact and you can save money on? If you're paying for car insurance, it's worth checking your annual car insurance to see if, wait a minute, am I paying the right amount? I'm just renewing with the same company. If I was to go with a different company as a new customer, I might save $200 or $300 depending on where you are. That's like a big saving, which will pay for 2 or 3 years worth of Prime. So you need to balance up the big items versus the small items and the level of savings you're getting, because that would help you to make sure that you're on top of it in terms of finances. And these types of things can help, because you're just questioning what you've got, how much you're paying for it, can you get it for a better price? If you got these 3 things nailed down, you'll find the basics of money very easier to understand. And this comes more easily to some people than others, because you might think, you know, it's only $8.99 a month, it's nothing. But then if you work out how many items you've got which are at a lower amount, and you're paying for 6 or 7 different services, you're already getting into $50-$60 a month. So all these little things will tie up and add up to a substantial amount in a year. So we want to make sure that the small things are being taken care of. If they are, the big things take care of themselves normally. If you're treating the small and big items in the same sort of checking and making sure the finances are correct, you should be at a good point. And in addition to this, managing money, we will be looking at a future episode where we're going to be discussing individual bank accounts. So in terms of how are you using your money? How are you paying? Do you take cash out and pay with cash? Do you pay with your bank card? Is it good? Do you pay with a bank card? Do you get any benefits by paying for a bank card? Should you get a credit card? Credit reference agencies? Are you planning to buy a house soon or get credit soon? How can borrowing money work towards helping banks build a history of your finances to understand this is a good customer to borrow to because they pay money back on time? All these little things come into the bigger factor of finances, especially building up your finances. And if you're a new business, you want to be able to create your business profile in a way that you can look after money and manage money. If you're a smaller self-start and you're working for yourself, you will do a lot of these things yourself. In bigger companies, there will be accounts teams. In the next episode, I will be sharing how you want to check your bank account, look at ways how bank accounts can help you, what accounts are better than other accounts. We look at this from a starting point of view. These are the things they don't teach you in college or school, so I'm hoping to give you some information here to help you basically set up a bank account. That will be the next episode, and that will be episode 2 of season 14 for zulftalks.com. All these details I give you will be available on my website, and those are available on my website zulftalks.com, and it's dedicated show notes and resources. You can simply go to the website. It would be really good if you can leave a review wherever you're listening to this. The show resources are available at zulftalks.com. You can also sign up to the mailing list there, which will allow you to get information to help you on your journey working for yourself.